Hello, hello, and welcome to episode 167 of the Compassion and Cucumbers podcast. I'm Christine.
And I'm Sam.
Hey, here's what's coming up on today's show. In our Noteworthy segment, we'll tell you how vegan high school seniors can earn college scholarships.
Hey, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And in our main topic, we'll give you some great gift ideas for the vegans on your list.
But before we get into all of that, what have we been up to?
Not a whole heck of a lot this time around.
It's holiday preparations.
Holiday prep. Yep. Christine's been decorating like a fiend.
Yeah, decking the house out.
Yeah. We put up our tree last week, which was wonderful.
Decking the halls.
Yes. So the halls are being decked.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. You know, the halls are being decked. Yeah. Things are winding down for the semester.
Yeah.
It's interesting because for the last couple of weeks of school, I think for the faculty, it can feel like things are winding down, but for the students, it feels like things ramp up because they're going into a finals week.
Right.
You know, so where our commitments are perhaps a little bit less than they are during the bulk of the semester.
Yeah.
The students are actually a little bit frantic right now. So
yeah. Yeah, so we haven't been up to a whole lot aside from holiday preparations and all that jazz.
Yeah.
So should we just jump into it?
Hey, let's do it.
We're not doing a recipe this week.
Okay.
Because, I don't know, holiday preparations.
Exactly.
Yeah, so let's just jump into it. Like we said, our Noteworthy segment, we're going to be talking about how vegan high school seniors can earn college scholarships. I found this article from the Star Beacon.
This is coming out of Baltimore, Maryland. The Vegetarian Resource Group, VRG, announced that $50,000 in college scholarship money will be awarded to graduating high school students who have promoted veganism in their schools and or communities. Awards will include one $10,000 scholarship and six $5,000 scholarships, plus runner-up prizes. Students will be judged on their promotion of vegan diets in a positive way.
And we can go to the Vegetarian Resource Group and give you some idea of what they're looking for in an application. Now, the application deadline is February 20th, 2025. So if you know a vegan senior, you might want to point them to this. I'll include a link to the Vegetarian Resource Group website where they can apply for this grant money.
And so when they're applying, students need to include, of course, their contact information and their date of expected graduation from high school, but also they need to identify people in the vegan movement who know them. And they need to talk about their extracurricular activities and their favorite subjects in school and how they heard about the scholarship. But they then have to submit an essay.
Right.
That addresses all of the following. There are 16 points.
Yeah, 16 points to be addressed.
That the essay must address, including how they promoted veganism in their high school or community, what their successes were, what their challenges were, what they learned and what they would do differently, how they expect to promote veganism in college and beyond, their future goals, their strengths, their weaknesses, their idea of their perfect life in 5 years, why they believe they are worthy of the scholarship, how they became vegan and why they are vegan, how they define veganism, why vegan is important to them, what else is important to them, and what foods and restaurants would you recommend to someone who is not vegan?
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff to address in an essay.
It is. Yeah. It is a lot. And on top of that very extensive 16-point essay, they have to include, of course, their transcripts, 3 or more letters of recommendation, and any documentation they can provide related to their promotion of veganism in their high school or community.
Yeah, so if you know a high school senior who is vegan and you feel that they can meet this criteria, point them in this direction, because that's nothing to turn your nose up at.
No, absolutely not. A $10,000 scholarship
or there's 6 $5,000 scholarships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, I think that's really great.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And these scholarships were made possible by an anonymous donor.
Right. We don't know who.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. When people give but are not giving in order to get recognition
Right.
for giving.
Yeah.
I just think that's amazing.
I know. I do too.
I love it.
Yeah. So that's great news.
It is. That's fantastic news.
And that will bring us to our main topic.
Which is our vegan gift giving guide.
Yeah, so in years past, we have done some pretty extensive vegan gift giving guides. This year, we're going to share a couple of gift ideas that we've pulled off of various places on the web, and then maybe just tell you a few of our personal favorites.
Oh, absolutely. Coming from Epicurious, okay, and of course, Epicurious is going to be recommending gifts for the home chef.
Right.
Yes. The number one thing on their list, and I have to agree with this because I know Christine uses hers almost every day, is a tofu press.
Yeah, I think every vegan should have a good tofu press. I actually have 2 tofu presses. One where it's like the tofu goes into a container and you kind of crank it down, and that's good for if like I want to like prep earlier in the day. I can just pop a block of tofu in there, crank it down, stick it in the refrigerator. And then I have one of the kind of old fashioned where it's just 2 plates, and then there's like bolts that go on either side, and you put the block of tofu in there and you just kind of screw it down. And I use that one for like quick pressing.
Yeah, like an everyday kind of a thing when you're doing tofu on top of a salad or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I think every vegan should have a good tofu press in their arsenal. And so I think that would make a great gift.
For sure. Also on this list is something that I think might be Christine's favorite Christmas gift of all time.
What's that?
Well, they're putting it forward as a fancy blender, but they're showing a picture of a Vitamix.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you really want to wow somebody, not just vegans, but anybody on your on your Christmas list, Vitamix is an exceptional gift. I was gifted mine by my in-laws, and I love it. I use it all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it stays out on the counter. And
Constantly.
Yeah, it is one of my favorite kitchen tools.
Absolutely.
For
you can
sure.
use it for nut butter, nut milk, cashew-based sauces, soups, you name it.
Yeah, I mean, you can make soup in the Vitamix, and it
We'll heat it up for you.
It heats it because the motor is so strong that it's spinning that fast that things get hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah, that's a really great gift. They're not cheap.
No.
So there's some budgeting to be considered there.
Certainly.
One other a rice cooker they have on this list. Now, I've never used a rice cooker, but I know I follow some vegan chefs, and especially vegan chefs that do a lot of Asian cuisine. They swear by their rice cookers. I've always just cooked rice, I guess, the old-fashioned way in a pot.
Yeah.
And I've never used a rice cooker, so I don't know what the benefit is of a rice cooker.
I don't either.
So, but I know some people swear by them.
One thing that I really, really like, we don't use ours nearly enough, but is a spiralizer.
Oh, yeah. We have one that hooks onto what's the mixer that we have?
Our KitchenMaid.
The kitchen. Yeah.
Which brings me to this. This was so funny. The other day, a couple of students asked me if I could be any appliance, what would I be?
And you picked a KitchenAid mixer?
I did. I picked my KitchenAid stand mixer. It took me a while to get there because at first I'm thinking, like, washing machine, dishwasher, like refrigerator, what, how,
Right.
what? And I finally came up with the KitchenMaid stand mixer.
Okay.
Yes, because it is my favorite appliance in the kitchen. I love this thing. But anyway, we have a spiralizer attachment that goes onto my KitchenAid mixer.
Yeah, we haven't used that in a while.
And we have not used that in a long time. And I really think that we should.
Yeah, it's great. You can make those like zucchini noodles and stuff with
noodles.
it.
I love zucchini noodles.
What other cool things are on this list? Nut milk bags. If you like to make your own nut milks or vegan cheeses, they're good to have. I have a couple in the drawer. And they're inexpensive.
True.
So they make a good stocking stuffer.
Excellent stocking stuffer.
Yeah.
We've got some Who chocolate.
You know, I'm not a huge fan of the Who chocolate.
It depends which Who you're talking about. It really does. And no, I'm not meaning Cindy Lou Who
That's
or
what I was
anything
just
like that.
gonna say.
I had a feeling that you were going to go there. Yes.
You mean Cindy Lou Who?
I do not mean Cindy Lou Who. There are certain flavors of the Who that I really, really like.
Yeah, it's HU. I don't know if
Yes.
you're familiar with that brand, but
Yes. But there are a couple of flavors that are really good. There's a raspberry that's
Yeah.
really quite wonderful. There's an orange that's really great, and a hazelnut butter.
I guess
is
I've only
kind of
ever
awesome.
tried just like their dark chocolate, and it's so high. The cacao percentage is so
It is.
high.
It is.
It's a little on the bitter side.
Yes, this
and
is
that's
true.
all I've ever tried. So
Gotcha.
I'd have to try the other ones.
Yeah.
Spices and spice blends are always a
Can't
good
go
gift.
wrong there.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Spices and spice blends of any kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even just tossing a jar of Trader Joe's everything but the bagel seasoning
Yeah.
into a stocking is just such a great way to go.
Yeah.
I use everything bagel seasoning almost every day.
Yeah, you can use it on avocado toast. I put it in my tofu scramble,
Yep.
along with other herbs and stuff.
Yep.
But
I put it on my hummus toast whenever I do hummus toast. Frequently, if I'm making a sandwich, I'll put a little bit on with a sandwich.
yeah, it's a good kind of all around blend.
Yeah.
You know,
It's pretty great.
it's versatile.
We've also got a countertop composting kit. Now, we used to do this.
We had
Countertop composting.
We had a composting bucket that we kept in the kitchen, but
We
it
did.
would get stinky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did have a little trouble with that. That didn't work out for us.
No, we do have a big composter.
We do.
In the yard,
Yes.
but we don't use it as frequently as we should because we no longer have a kitchen compost bucket.
Yeah. Yeah. And we definitely need to get better, especially during the summer, when we're doing tons of vegetable peels and fruit rinds and things like that, of
Agreed.
making sure that it goes into
Sometimes
the
I
compost.
just throw things across the street into the woods.
Well, that's true too, because feeding our animal friends
for the
Yep,
animals.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a unique gift.
Yeah,
Here, I got you a composting.
got you a composter. Yeah,
composting
I
kit.
would love that actually.
They have some really cool. There are some really. I think Vitamix actually makes one too, where it like actually composts things.
Yeah.
They're pretty pricey, but you put your food scraps in
Yep.
there and it like I don't know what it does, if it superheats it or what, but it like turns it into dirt.
Yeah,
in
I've
like
seen some ads for some
3 days or
really crazy composters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the technology in kitchen composting has gotten it's crazy.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to revisit that at some point.
Yeah.
For sure. One of Christine's favorite stocking stuffers is
that?
a good vegan hand cream.
Oh yeah, because in the winter my hands get so dry. It's terrible.
Yes. And your favorite one, if I'm not mistaken, comes from Crabtree and Evelyn.
Yeah.
They're gardeners.
It's the gardener's hand cream, yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. And the smell is just divine.
Yeah, the smell is nice.
Yeah, I can always tell, like, I'll be sitting on the couch and Christine will be behind me and all of a sudden it will be this just burst of absolutely gorgeous scent. I'm like, ooh, hand cream.
Christine's using her hand cream. Yeah.
Probably the single most, and I don't want to say obvious because it's not really obvious, but universal gift for a vegan is a cookbook.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a vegan who likes to cook.
True.
I mean, there are
Good
some
point.
vegans out there that aren't really big on cooking.
That's true. That's true.
And I don't know how those people survive, but
I
yeah,
don't either.
Cookbooks always make a good gift.
Yes, they do. I imagine that there will be at least a couple of cookbooks under the tree,
Oh, I'm hoping.
this Christmas for us, because we can't seem to, get away from gifting each other at least one cookbook
Yeah.
each
Yeah.
year. So
Yeah. There's a fun thing at the end of this list is a label maker.
oh, how funny.
Yeah. I have a label maker. I
Which
love
you
my label
love.
maker. And yeah, because I put things into jars and then it's nice to be able to label the things you're putting into jars.
Yes.
So
Yep.
it's a good pantry tool.
Oh, for sure.
A label
and
maker.
speaking of, jars. Storage jars, whether they're mason jars
Yeah.
or, kind of decorative containers, always a good thing. Things that will store flour or rice or sugar or whatever needs to be stored. Any dry ingredients.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, the Vegan Society also has provided a pretty cool list this year. So let's take a look at that. For the loved one who is a sucker for scents, they're listing some vegan brands that you can buy. Amnians recently launched 2 new beautiful functional fragrances that you can apply to your pulse points. There's a calming Nebbia al Alba and an energizing Colpo dell'Ondo. Of course, there's Lush.
Oh, Lush. I love Lush's fragrances.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was first introduced to Lush when I was in Wales back in 2016. And there was a Lush store right in the center of Cardiff. And oh my God, just walking by, the smell is amazing. Now, not all of their products are vegan, but a lot of them are.
Yeah, they have a big vegan line.
Yes. So if you do go to Lush, either the physical store or, of course, to their website, you just want to make sure that the products you're purchasing have the vegan trademark.
Yeah. And apparently there is some more affordable perfumes, vegan perfumes, from a company by the name of Eden Perfumes, which I'm not familiar with them.
I'm not familiar with them either, but we're not big perfume people.
We're not.
No. Now, for your sweet-toothed friends, there are some really wonderful options out there. Okay, there's Raw Halos vegan chocolate. It's made with ingredients from small organic farms in a social enterprise chocolate factory, naturally sweetened with coconut sugar. Then we have Bouja Bouja. Gotta love the name.
Bouja Bouja.
They have some gorgeously packaged selection boxes of vegan chocolate, including a winter collection, as well as a grand adventure and a magnificent adventure. And just to give an idea of what that is, okay, the magnificent adventure. A delicious selection of chocolate truffles, truffle loglets, and a truffle star, featuring an array of new flavors and much-loved truffle favorites. This utterly exquisite gift contains 9 incredible flavor adventures: hazelnut crunch, deeply chocolate, raspberry scrunch, chocolate salted caramel, rhubarb and vanilla fool. Oh my gosh, right there, I'm in. Salted caramel mocha, almond salted caramel, chocolate orange, and gingered toffee apple.
Wow, those are some really cool flavor combinations.
Oh my gosh. Wow, I'm putting this on my Christmas wish list right now. I know it's a little late, but I'm putting this on my list. Yeah, Bouja Bouja chocolates. I'm putting them on my wish list. Bonetto's also has a range of vegan chocolate bars that are not only certified vegan, but also certified organic. They are fair trade and carry the B Corp certification, all wrapped up in some quirky packaging. And finally, Galaxy Vegan's Dairy and Gluten-Free Selection Box, which is available at Tesco in the UK, is easy for you to get your hands on and the perfect gift for that vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free friend. I also want to toss out there that my favorite chocolatier in the US, which is Rose City Chocolates,
right.
They are out of New Jersey, and I order our Christmas chocolate from them. I'm looking very much forward to it. It should be here next week.
Ooh,
Super excited.
Yeah, I think we mentioned that last week.
I think we did, yes. But they are definitely worth a look. They have a huge vegan range of chocolates.
Yeah.
And I can attest it's beautiful stuff.
Yeah, and if you're ever wondering, like, what vegan chocolates you should steer towards, the Food Empowerment Project has an extensive list of vegan chocolatiers that are all fair trade and free of any child labor, and you can, they're ethical chocolates that you can feel good about purchasing. So if you just go to the Food Empowerment Project's website, Food is Power, I think is their website.
foodispower.org.
And just click on their chocolate list. You can be sure that you're purchasing something that, you know, aligns with your ethics.
Absolutely.
Let's see what else we got. Oh, for your furry friends. Let's face it. they're the most pampered members of the family, and we're all for including them on the Christmas present list. Some vegan options to consider for your companion animals: Be Cozy, orthopedic, washable, waterproof, and wipeable beds for dogs and cats.
Nice.
OBVS, that's OBVS, skincare, organic sea salt soap, and balm for dogs. Pike's Pouches has neem and tea tree and oatmeal and lavender dog shampoo bars. And they also carry an organic hemp seed oil for dogs and cats. Cats and the City creates a tofu cat litter.
What?
What?
Okay, hang on. I need to know more about this.
Need to know more about tofu cat litter?
I do need to know more about tofu cat litter. I'm intrigued.
Now, bear in mind, the vegansociety.com, is this a UK? It's a UK-based thing, is it not?
Cats in the City?
No, the Vegan Society in general.
Oh, yes. The Vegan Society is a UK-based thing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So some of these things might not be available to us in the States, but they give you a good idea of some things that you can buy.
The founders of Cats and the City, Jan and Jana, they adopted their cats in 2020 and struggled to find a litter that would work for both us, meaning them, and them, meaning the cats. Nothing that they tried seemed to tick all the boxes. When they discovered tofu cat litter, it was like a light bulb moment. It was cleaner, easier, and gentler on the planet than regular litter, and better smelling. So it was basically a no-brainer. Since then, they've been on a mission to spread the word about cat litter whilst developing their own unique formula. And they won't stop there. They're on a mission to provide high-quality and eco-friendly products that are better for your cat, better for your home, and better for the planet.
Not exactly sure how they make cat litter out of tofu, but
I'm not either.
That's interesting.
So one really great gift idea for any vegan on your list is a subscription box. Last year, my brother got us a subscription box, I think for like 3 or 4 months, to Vegan Cuts.
Yeah, it was at least 4 months.
Yeah, it was really awesome. And so what it was, he got us the snack box, okay? And so every month we would get a box from Vegan Cuts that had a different selection of vegan snacks. And these ranged from cookies to candy to chips to popcorn to, I think we even got like a salad dressing once in one of the boxes.
Yeah.
We got a soda, a poppy in a box once.
It's usually like a bunch of snack sized and then like one full size item in each box.
Right.
Yeah, they were really fun. I enjoyed getting those. And Vegan Cuts also does like beauty boxes and different kinds of subscription boxes too, not just snacks.
Yeah, so there are all kinds of things to choose from. So they have, amongst their snacks, they have a seasonal favorites box. They have the new to vegan box, perfect gifts and delicious food. Under their beauty box, they've got seasonal favorites, again, new to cruelty-free, indulgent gifts, and then ethical, clean self-care. And then they have vegan gifts, premium snack and self-care box, and the snack favorites oversized box.
Ooh.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't want oversized snacks?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a really fun gift idea if you have somebody on your list and maybe you don't know what to get them. And it's one of those gifts that keeps on giving.
That's exactly what I was just thinking.
Well, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Great minds.
Indeed. Now, one thing that I really love to do as a gift giver is to give experiential gifts.
Yeah.
As opposed to physical gifts. I mean, Christine and I are at a point in our lives where there's really not much that we actually need.
Yeah.
We don't need more stuff.
No, we really don't.
And so for me, I would much rather give an experience than give a physical gift. So maybe plan for a trip to a local or regional farm sanctuary.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Take a loved one on a tour of a farm sanctuary and meet the precious animals that have been saved from the factory farming industry.
Yeah.
Or perhaps find a spa in the area that offers vegan services. Or donate to a charity on behalf of a loved one.
Yeah, those are always great ideas.
Yes. And there are plenty of vegan charities that you can donate to. Live Kindly has a really wonderful list of 9 for you to consider, including Chili's on Wheels, Food Not Bombs, the Food Empowerment Project, my personal favorite, the Fruit Tree Planting Foundation, which I absolutely love and want to actually investigate more.
Yeah, I think they were one of our vegan orgs of the week.
They were.
Yeah.
Yep. Sea Shepherd, the Jane Goodall Institute, the David Sheldrick Wildlife Trust, Food for Life Global, and the Adopt a Reindeer Foundation.
I would like to adopt a reindeer.
I would love to adopt a reindeer.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that.
Yes, I think we should.
So those are just some ideas that we found from around the web. What are some of our favorite places, like vegan online sellers?
I have to be honest, I do a lot of Etsy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've really tried to limit my shopping via Amazon or other online big box store. I've tried to, limit the Target or the Walmart or anything like that, really keep that to an absolute minimum. And so I've been doing a lot of my shopping on Etsy. I haven't really had time to do a lot of shopping out in the world. I'm really excited. Christine and I are going to do some final Christmas shopping, including some grocery shopping on Friday.
Yeah.
Which we're looking forward to. But I do really like Etsy. There are tons and tons of vegan-friendly stores on Etsy.
Yeah.
And a lot of stores that also do very vegan-forward gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find some cool stuff on Etsy.
How about you?
Well, No Pig Neva comes to mind.
For sure.
If you're looking for vegan snacks and vegan foods. We used to shop at GTFO.
Yeah.
And they are no longer in business.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just kind of disappeared off the face of the earth.
They did.
Snack Ever. You were talking about Snack Ever.
I do love Snack Ever.
Is a small seller out of the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area, and they do online.
They do.
Vegan snacks. They're not 100% vegan.
They're not.
But they have an extensive vegan section on their website.
Yeah, but you do need to check labels with Snack Ever because I accidentally ordered some things that were not vegan once and didn't realize until after the fact.
Yeah, I remember that. There's always Compassion Co. if you're looking for vegan t-shirts, stickers, buttons, magnets. Highly recommend Compassion Co.
And if we're talking about clothing as well, Anti-Carnist.
Oh, yeah, Anti-Carnist.
Out of the UK, also available as an Etsy store. Her designs are fantastic.
Yeah, and even though she's in the UK, I've ordered from her in the past, and she ships everywhere.
Yeah.
And the shipping isn't crazy or anything. It's normal shipping. She doesn't charge you crazy amounts of shipping, even though she's shipping to the States.
Yeah.
And her designs are amazing.
There's also a website that I like called Done Good.
Oh, yeah, Done Good.
And on that site, what it really does is it kind of curates items from a wide variety of sellers based on a particular ethic. So you can go on Done Good and search by vegan or search by ethically sourced or, or searched by proceeds go to charity or, those kinds of things, which is really, really wonderful. So I like them as a source for vegan gifts as well.
Yeah, that's a good option. So, yeah, those are just some of the ones that we tend to order from. I can't think of any others off the top of my head.
Oh, but there are so many out there.
There are. I mean, you can just Google, vegan clothing and then, try and do a little research. Find out who are the small businesses, who are the women and Black owned businesses, and try and support those, above a large conglomerate.
And again, Etsy is great for that.
Yeah.
Really, really great for that.
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought of another one for kind of bath products.
Yeah.
The Body Shop.
Oh, yeah. Body Shop is good.
Which went fully vegan this year.
Yeah.
So all of their products are now vegan certified, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So to support them in that good work and the fact that they're Satsuma scent is my favorite.
They have some really good scents.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So that's it, I think, for our vegan gift giving guide of 2024.
Yeah, I think that does it.
Before we move on, I wanted to remind people. That's funny.
Wait, you wanted to remember to remind people?
Yeah, because I keep forgetting to remind people who live in the Buffalo area about hoodies for the homeless.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And, they're back at it again, collecting hoodies and warm clothing for people in need in the Buffalo area. And I just want to let you know where you can drop things off. So they have a few places you can drop things off. You can drop things off at Wellness in the Village, and they're located at 13219 Broadway in Alden, New York. You can also drop things off at North Star Supply Company. North Star Supply Company is at 55 Tealman Drive in Buffalo, I believe. Or you can drop them off at Sweets on Main, and they're located at 221 Main Street, East Aurora, New York. So if you're in the Buffalo area and you have any gently used hoodies or warm clothing and you wish to donate them, you can donate them at any one of those 3 locations.
Awesome.
I just wanted to remember to say that.
You wanted to remember to remind people.
I did. I did.
Do I need to remind you to remember to remind people?
No, you don't.
Okay. Just
It
checking.
would help if I just wrote it down.
It would.
Add it to the outline, but I keep forgetting.
I'm sorry.
For some reason. It's been slipping my mind.
Well.
Let's move on.
Okay.
It's time for our assignment restaurant SOS.
But
we don't have a restaurant this week because something else needs to happen with this assignment restaurant SOS.
Yeah.
I've been feeling a little defeated by our assignment restaurant SOS, mainly because so many of the restaurants that we have highlighted over the course of this segment have closed.
Yeah.
And so I think just telling people about these restaurants and telling people to support them isn't really, I'm not sure we're helping as much as we could be.
Yeah.
So I want to put our heads together and try and figure out how else we can help.
Yeah.
So keep sending in your favorite vegan restaurants. Don't stop sending them in. And if you have any other ideas of what we can do, aside from telling you where they are, when they're open, talking about their menu and urging people to support, what else can we do? Can you think of anything else? I think it's just something we're going to really...
Off the top of my head after a long work day, no.
Yeah, I think it's something that we're going to really need to sit down and hash out.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I'm feeling like we're not making a difference, and I don't like that feeling.
Yeah. No, it has been a little bit disheartening to see so many of these restaurants close.
Yeah.
And, obviously we were hoping that the series would have the opposite effect.
I mean, I know that we don't have a big enough reach that, we're going to save somebody's restaurant.
Right. This is true.
So I guess maybe I just want to think of a more creative way to help.
I'm with you.
And so when we come back in the new year, the assignment restaurant SOS might morph into something else.
All right.
It might not.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll toss around some ideas, see what we can come up with.
Yeah.
And if you out there have any ideas for how we can better assist vegan restaurants, vegan businesses, let us know.
Yeah.
Send them our way.
Yeah. If you have any ideas, definitely send them our way.
Yeah. We're willing to consider anything.
We are. We are. Because it's so sad.
Yeah. It is.
Just this past week, I heard that Grandma's Kitchen is closing. They're the ones outside of Watkins Glen.
Yeah.
And, geez, it's just every time I swear, every time I open my Instagram, I see another post about another vegan restaurant closing.
Yeah.
And it's very sad. And I know it's tough out there. It is really tough out there for small businesses right now.
Yeah, it is.
Time for our favorite portion of the show.
Must be listener shout out time.
It's listener shout out.
Just want to give a shout out to all my fans watching. I love you guys. I love you.
But
we're going to start the listener shout out over after January because I want to do another contest.
oh, yes, absolutely.
Right? Mm-hmm. So be sure to send your info to us if you're listening and you haven't sent your info to us, because we are going to do another giveaway
We sure are.
over the course of the next season.
Yes.
Not sure what that giveaway is going to be, but it's going to be something good.
Yeah. We'll make sure it's good.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be like a Vitamix. Don't get your hopes up.
No, that'd be a bit much.
I mean,
That's-
unless
that's outside the budget.
Unless Vitamix is listening and you'd like to donate,
Hey, there
You
you
know.
go.
we're more than willing.
That'd be cool.
We're more than willing to, go ahead and sponsor us, give us a Vitamix to give away. But somehow I don't think that'll happen. But
Probably not.
But we'll definitely be back next year with more shout outs. So, like I said, be sure to let us know that you listen.
That's right.
So that we can add you to our shout out list.
That's right. That can be your Christmas gift to us.
Absolutely.
Send us your name and information and a little bit about yourself so that we can shout you out on the show.
Yeah, you don't even have to wrap it.
No.
Just send it along.
Yes.
And just like that, it's time to wrap this thing up.
So just as a heads up, we are taking a couple of weeks off to spend the holidays with our families. We hope that you will all have a wonderful and magical holiday season, and we will be back in January with brand new episodes for you.
But before we go, don't forget to subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast app, subscribe to our YouTube, and leave us a review and a rating if you can so that we can reach more great people like you.
And with that, it's time to sign off. You have just listened to episode 167 of the Compassion and Cucumbers podcast, and there's nothing left to say but where cukes and compassion are always the fashion. On the podcast.
Thanks, James.
Have a great week and a beautiful holiday, everyone.
Yeah, and we'll talk to you next year.
We love you.
We really do. Bye-bye.
The end.
If you'd like to support the Compassion and Cucumbers podcast, well, you can do that by hopping on over to our Patreon page and becoming a patron. We have all the recipes from our vegan kitchen series up there, and we'll be adding some patron-only episodes in the near future. So thank you for supporting us at whatever level that you choose, and thank you again for listening to Compassion and Cucumbers podcast.